2017. Denver won the previous matchup in Week 6, and they look to do it again. Next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
Say though, winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
A good game there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 24 carries, 105 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here's Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there lines up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here.
1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back in October, Week 6, the second meeting between these 2 division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind.
Used to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you find a scrimmage. If he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild cards.
It's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the.
It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for a backup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This running game so important for them, and they know that.
And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they'll bring him down at time. They've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. This is the tight end fan. Bridgewater to fan. First down, Broncos.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, and flip the down marker back to 1.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play,
and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right?
What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than diving. But it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there. The short stuff I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield. So sharp, precise, and accurate. You've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
From midfield, here's Carr. Snead's got it. Victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers down.
It certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Again, it's Carr. This goes out wide for Drake. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our...
They can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage. And up. Here's 2nd and 10. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Twice, they punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is in this situation and change our momentum.
Throwing again on second down. Carr looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he'll get this one down to about the 20. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Inside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward. On
defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulder. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
From the 27, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Here's Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. And he will reach the 8-yard line before.
And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's to absorb it anyway.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his 5th. Tackle a little bit more.
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball down. They may put it bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. From the 25 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes on his first catch, it's a first down as well. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the long.
An athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Next, we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. At halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the 44, Bridgewater. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Bridgewater finding Judy there for the Broncos.
Drive against him a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Bridgewater on first down. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now he's able to push his way forward somehow for the line of scrimmage. The 7 now on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater. To the goal line.
Better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half. Start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Snead. The Raiders play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Carr. He completes it to Snead. And they're going to be set up down around the field as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And out of bounds all the way. To throw, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows are throwable, actually.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Carr now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points?
Goes onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. They will get 4 yards here on the first. Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. Tav said, we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and a full head of steam.
Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run on first down. Jacobs on the stop. That's
back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 9. Carr. And a little floater there. It's on 2nd down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. And they'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It was Cleveland Ferrell who was able to rush in.
It's in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end. Oh, coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 20, not in the middle of the field.
So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple.
Big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr gonna throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 2. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 30.
Got to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half, seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Chip someone at the 2nd level.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as time, pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's their #1 mission. Keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
And he'll get it up to the 12.
Because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run on 1st down.
So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Sutton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first.
Asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to be met at his 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. They'll wind up losing.
Ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on the legs after the catch.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive.
Indeed, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup situated at the 9. Second and goal. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And it's caught. That catch good for 8, but
because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got his tight end fan. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Fortin says they always do this time of year.
I like how you use Fortnite.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Under pressure, they got him again. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. A milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. Punt. Good starting field position for him as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. Corey Littleton there on the ton there. Bridgewater now from the 50. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. And that pivot, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway.
Now Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to have another move the chains. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And for one of the few times, officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
To throw is Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. Success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter.
Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And he fends him off. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who fit.
Case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Powers through it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on